today we're hitting our second day, or day 5, I guess, but it's the second day of our back day. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of, I know deadlifts, barbell rows, the works, the same thing as the last one. Something that I wanted to touch on, something that's been on my mind, is you can have actually anything you want in life if you're able to dive like fully into it. One of my favorite quotes ever is from Earl Nightingale. He says, "Grab a thistle timidly and its spines prick you, but grasp it boldly and its spines crumble." And like, that's such a real quote. Like, if you grasp anything in life fully, like you go all in, then you will like be able to fully conquer whatever it is. Any goal in life, it's the same way. If you go all in, you know, like you're like, oh, I tried my best. If you tried your best, you would have it, period, end of story. There's no other excuse. I've said that a million times and I've never tried my best. I've been wrong, I've been lying to myself the entire time. But these past couple weeks, I've been giving it my all, like 100%, and the payoff has been insane. And I know that growth is just gonna continue to come and success will follow. And so, grasp it boldly, grasp life boldly, and reap the benefits. But anyways, I'm gonna get stretch, warm up and stuff like that, and I'll see y'all back at the deadlift platform. All right, I'm gonna start setting up my my warm up weight. I'm gonna throw on 135. I'm gonna try to get a couple sets with this as warm up, and I think I'll probably jump up to 225, which is where I'll start my first set of 6, and then I'll probably bump up to 275, and I'll try to work around there. Maybe every single set I'll probably go up maybe 5 pounds or something like that, just because I'm not trying to overdo it, because like I said, this is my second day of back on this new program. So I'm kind of trying to like realistically go into it. I don't want to dive into something and it's like, you know, I overdo it, then I have to slow down or stop or something. But anyways, let's see how this first warm-up set is. I'm not gonna record all my warm-ups, but I'm just gonna record this one, then I'll probably see y'all back at 225. There we go. Cool. Feeling good. All right. Let's go ahead and get this second set in. I know I said I was going to record, but whatever. Okay. That's feeling good. We'll go ahead and pump it up. Let's get our first set in. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and hit my first set of 6 with this. No belt or anything. Let's get it. One more. Smooth. Feeling smooth. All right, we got set 2. We're gonna get 6 to 8. Probably gonna go 6 on this. 245. Then we'll be bumping it up. Probably a 10 each set, but let's get it. 3. Now we're going 8. Damn. All right, smooth. That's good. my face in it, Jack? Is my face in it? Is my face in the camera? It is? Alright, bet. One thing about deadlifting for me that's always like kind of held me back is that when I started powerlifting, not like bodybuilding. Like when I first started working out, I kind of went straight into like a powerlifting, so I was really focusing on deadlift, squat, and bench, which meant that like a lot of my workouts were not very focused on my arms at all. Like it was very much like my core movements, like, you know, hitting chest, a full round back, and full legs. My arms like definitely did not get the work that they needed, and because of that, the drawback has been my grip strength is a hella lacking, and my arms, like compared to the rest, like proportion of my body, they're very like disproportionate. They're smaller, weaker. It's like funny working out with all my friends, like a lot of their lifts are like hella stronger than mine because my arms, my grip strength never caught up. So that's why like I try never to use like wraps or anything on deadlift anymore, because I'm really trying to focus on building up that strength and my grip strength. Like even 275, there's no way I could hold up double overhand, but it's something I'm working up towards. So, but yeah, anyways, I'm about to hop back in set 6, and so this time I'm gonna do 275. 245 is moving a little too easy, so 275 or 6 is definitely gonna kind of kick my ass. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, third set, 275 for 6. Might need to take breaks between reps. Let's see. All right. Here we go. God dang. Woo. That kicked my ass. All right. Whew. Okay. All right. Not gonna lie, that kicked my ass. That was hard. 275 for 6. I haven't done weight like that in a minute. Trying to think. No, I'm gonna keep it the same weight, but I'm gonna take more time like resetting it all in between each rep. This next set, my final set. I definitely need to chill out a little bit. Stop trying to fly through it and really take my time with the exercise. That's definitely what I need to do, because that was a little brutal. I'm trying to focus on like bracing, putting equal strength in my muscle connection, you know, in my legs, glutes, as well as my grip and in bracing and all of this. It's like a lot of mental parts going along with deadlifts. But yeah, I'm gonna do that again for 6, but I'm gonna try to cool out and take my time with it, make sure form is actually really good. And yeah, I'll see you all at that set. So. All right, last set. Look, if you actually intimidated by this weight, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, doing it for 6 kicked my ass a couple minutes ago, but it'll be all right. Get this next set in. Like I said, I'm gonna take my time a little bit more, be more like, what's it called? Be more intentional about each rep. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's try it. And yeah, let's lock in. Okay. Okay. All right. Come on. Come on, come on. God dang it. One more. One more. God dang. Woo. Second set of 6 on that. Oh, let me catch my breath. It's hard getting back into something like this, but the grind's gotta match the goal, or else that goal, you're never gonna meet it. And I know that trying to sell my courses and all, if people can't take you serious, if people don't see the work that you put in to what you're selling, to who you want to be, to your purpose, your goal, how are they going to support you? All right. All right. Good ass deadlifting session. Let's get it. All right. Now I'm moving on to 4 sets of 8 to 10 with some barbell rows. I'm going to, what am I going to do first? Yeah, I'm going to start with these 25 each side, and definitely going to get 10 sets or 10 reps with this. When I go up, I'm going to try to get 10 reps, but also, like, I was looking back on my videos and I was not having good enough form on my last video. So I'm definitely going to, like, be more honest with the weight and actually be super intentional about my reps. So it might only be 8, might be 10 with, like, lower weight. I'm not completely sure. We're going to see how this first, I'm going to see how this feels. I don't need this. All right, let's get it. Seven. 10. Whew. Yeah, those felt way better, way more controlled, way more honest and intentional. So we're gonna add 5 each time or something like that, and I'm just gonna keep it controlled. All right, we'll go ahead and get into this next. As you can see, I threw on some 5s because honestly that felt really good. So I'm just gonna keep that, like, lighter, smaller weight on and continue to put that kind of control, initiative, and effort, and I actually felt really good about that. So let's go ahead and all right, here we go. All right. Shoot. 7, 8, 9. One more. Ooh. Felt good though. Way better than last time. I'm feeling warmed up, feeling well and controlled and confident in today's lift for sure. So I'm gonna strip the 5s, go up 10, and get into this next set. All right. As you can see, I throw on some 10s. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and throw on the belt these last 2 sets because I've began to feel it in my lower back a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna move straight into this next set. Controlled, honest, and intentional. The 3, yeah, whatever. The 3 horsemen of a good exercise. That's what I was going for. All right. All right. Ooh. All right. I was definitely using a little bit more momentum than I wanted to in those last 2 or 3 reps. So honestly, I think I'm actually going to keep it at this weight because I don't want to go up and lose form too much. I'll rest for a second. And by second, I do mean 3 minutes. And then I will get back into this last set, keeping the same weight so I can not get too sloppy. And then I'll keep on going. So, see you in a second. All right. Before I dive into this next set, I want to talk about the fact that, as you've heard many times, and Earl Nightingale is who I heard it from first, like, we become what we think about, and that's something that's going to always be like a mantra for life. Like, you will become what you think about. If you think about limitations, if you think about why it's not going to work, or think about how miserable your life is, or whatever, or what happened to you, nothing's going to change. All you're going to think about is limitations. It's all you're going to manifest into reality. But if it comes to success, me, all I think about is succeeding. All I think about is being a complete owner of my business and living off of it. All I think about is personal training full time. And then a magical door opened because, like, there's no such thing as luck. Luck is like preparedness, and when preparedness meets opportunity. And opportunity, it's there all the time. And the opportunity came out for a full-time personal training job that pays extremely well, and I didn't expect it, and I'm moving right into it this week, along with my business, and I'm starting to pick up more and more clients. And it's like, all I've been believing in and striving toward is success, and here it is, right? It's coming, it's unfolding right in front of my eyes because I genuinely believed it. Anything that you want to believe, anything that you believe will happen, because there's no way it can't. All right, anyways. Last set of this. Let's keep it controlled, let's keep it cool. Let's keep it intentional. Let's get it. There we go. All right. Here we go. 2. One more. God dang. Woo! All right. A little bit too much momentum on that set, but still good. 4 sets of 8 to 10. Yeah, it felt great. It's moving. It's already moving better than last workout. So there we go. Feeling good. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move into. I got 45s on each side, so we're gonna get into our first set of these machine supported rows. Again, it calls for chest supported T-bar rows, but my gym doesn't have that, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and put it a little bit higher. Let's get into our first set of this. All right. Here we go. for these I try to stay super super slow and controlled, and keep a constant movement, constantly controlled, you know, slow on the way up, hold it at the top, then slow, you know, controlled concentric and eccentric movement. But yeah, this felt good. I'm gonna go ahead and go up though, at least 10 pounds, because I'm feeling pretty good on these. But yeah, see you on the next set. All right, getting to my second set. Kind of flying through these. I don't really need my belt since it's supported, but we got a 10, an extra 10 on each side. Let's go ahead and just jump straight in. Whew. Yeah, feeling good. Like I said earlier in the vid, like my grip strength, really trying to focus on that, which is another reason that I'm not jumping straight to 245s and such. I'm kind of trying to work it up. But yeah, dude, this felt good. I'm gonna go and throw a 5 on. Get working up on there a little bit more. My goal is I'm definitely trying to like get myself into the world of like progressive overload and being sure that I'm being like strict with that, because I always like slack and I'm like, oh no, it's fine to, not always, but I used to be really bad at like slacking, be like, no, it's cool, I'll just keep the same weight and get more reps and sets in. And it's like, if you're not doing progressive overload, you're not testing yourself to see how you can raise each exercise, each workout, then like, what are you really building? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm gonna throw some more weight on, get into this next set. All right, third set. We got 45 and 2 10s on each side. Wow, okay. About to see if we can get a 10. Okay, we can definitely get a 10. Damn, bro, these things are so like janky. All right, let's get eight. Woo. Yeah, definitely feeling that increase. I'm gonna strip the 10s and throw a 25 on. So we'll be finishing this with our 4th set, a 45 and a 25. And that's the progressive overload we're going for. People don't understand like the importance of like controlling the concentric and eccentric movements. And like what that means is your concentric is like, say if it's a pulling movement, your concentric is your movement that's on the way up, and your eccentric is kind of like you're letting it go, like letting it all the way down. So if you hear those two words, that's what they're talking about. And like they're both equally as important, right? They both can work, you know, different, I want to say muscle groups, but and potentially, you know, I don't want to spit BS, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I know that they both definitely have their benefits for control and power alike. But anyways, I'm about to strip these 10s, throw on a 25, and finish this out. All right, last set, best set, right? 45, 25s each side. Top set. Let's go and finish this out. They've been a solid. I'm really liking these. How they're feeling today. They're feeling pretty dang good. They were feeling good last time too, actually. But yeah, let's get it. All right, well, I had a lot to say before I was rudely interrupted, but let's go ahead and check the lat spread. All right. Hopefully I was in the frame. Let me see. Anyways, that was BrooksStrength back day. That was my second back day of this bodybuilding split program that I'm on. So if you're looking for a program, if anyone you know is looking for a coach, I'm your guy. Hit me up. You can click the link in my bio. It'll take you to anything. My Instagram, TikTok, my coaching, any of the above. Reach out to me, DM me coach, message me, whatever. Connect with me somehow. Fill out the application form, anything. Just reach out to me. Let's get started. Let's get those goals. And that's for the video. Any interaction helps. Thanks for tagging along. And there we go. Boom.